All right, guys, welcome back to another video. Shaman J. Today we're going to be talking about the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 6, and this is my 48 hours impressions of it. This video is, it is what it is. I'm gonna talk about it and let you guys know what I actually think about it. I do have my S Pen here, so this is the only S Pen right now that fits into those slim cases, like the cases that I showed you before from the other companies where it has a case. These slim pens are what it's made for. So if you the newer pens, I still have my other longer, bigger pen, and it doesn't fit in those cases on the older style cases. But this is the latest pen, and these are the ones that will fit in those newer style cases. So let's talk about the first 24 hours. Interesting, to say the least. Interesting. This is the same story. First of all, if you bought this phone and you had the Z Fold 5, the majority of us bought it because of the phenomenal discount that we got on this phone via trade-in and any other kind of government discounts and student and teacher, all these other discounts that stacked on top and the instant $100 off. I got this for officially $1,450 off. And of the trade-in. Out the door, I only paid, this is a 1 terabyte, and I paid $668 or something like that. Let me go into the storage here and show you this is a terabyte. Where's the device at? Adjust your bifocals, John. Here we go. So you can see here, it is a terabyte, and we're going to get into this. This isn't so much a rant video or a complaint video. It's just my thoughts after 24 hours, because I'm setting the expectation for people that might be watching this video thinking, hey, this wasn't a good idea to upgrade from the Fold 5. Well, let me just say this. I've said it since day one. You're watching these videos, you shouldn't take everything you see in the video as advice. And because this situation doesn't fit the bill for everyone. But there are a ton of people out there who guaranteed, they probably paid full cost for their Z Fold 5, or they got it through a carrier, so they got the little discounts to credits and stuff like that. Everybody paid for it a different way. I personally, my Z Fold 5, I got it for less than half, I believe, and last year with no trade-in, I believe I did. I don't remember how I bought it. I had to look back at my order, but I know I didn't pay. I only paid maybe less than half of what the Z Fold 5 was going for at the time. And so that's basically well under $1,000. And I think I paid like $700. I forgot what I paid for that device. But nonetheless, it's a terabyte, and you got the 12 gigs of RAM, and you've got still learning the battery. But I'm still going to talk about the battery. Okay, so let's first do this here. Yeah, the S Pen still doesn't work on the outside display. I just don't understand why they won't implement this, because when I crack this open, it clearly works on the inside display. I don't know their reasoning behind this. I don't know their reasoning why they're doing it like this. This is just what they're doing. They're not allowing you to use the displays, the outside display with the S Pen for some reason. I don't know why. And it's a little annoying, because I don't typically use my S Pens on the front displays. But for this device, I would like to, because it's not a very wide device. And I just think it would make much better sense for me to be able to use this on the external display. Also, now that the external display is also just a tad bit bigger, meaning it's a little bit wider, it's a little stubbier and wider, just a hair, it's appropriate. This is enough real estate for me. You know what I'm saying? It's enough real estate to get out there and look, I thought I could do it. Yeah, it's enough real estate to be able to use the S Pen on there. It is. This to me is a big failure, and it was a failure on all the previous generations. At first, I had no problem with it. But now that they're giving somewhat of a better design on the Z Fold 6, I genuinely popped this out thinking I was getting ready to use it. I was like, oh shoot, I still can't use this on the front display. Yeah. So it's not a deal breaker for me, and here's why. As I started to say earlier about the pricing, I did not pay nearly half of the cost for the Z Fold 5, and I traded it in and got $14.50 off of this device. And so for me, this was a no-brainer. I even told people before, you shouldn't trade in your Z Fold 5 if you already have a Z Fold 6. I say this every year if it's a minimal upgrade. But obviously, folks, Samsung knows what they're doing. This is the best Samsung folding device that they've brought out. They changed the design. They gave it a nice, brought out some new designs on the back too. This one right here is like a full carbon fiber look. It's shiny. I thought it was going to be matte, but I actually like it now that I'm using it. This is a beast mode design. And the screen is squared off and, kind of boxy like the S24 Ultra. So they're heading in that direction and they're doing a good job. But since this is not a deal breaker for me, because I got $14.50 off on a device, they basically gave me double or a little bit more than double what I paid for the Z Fold 5, which you're never going to get $14.50 for the Z Fold 5. I said that initially when I saw that trade-in deal. I was like, yeah, I'm trading this in. I had no intention on doing it. But a lot of people will tell you that, you shouldn't upgrade to this. And I think that conversation is absolutely correct. I've even said that before. However, I would say that to the people who paid full cost probably, or just paid it they're in a situation where they're not actually coming out on top because you're gonna have to pay a little bit more money. So if you didn't pay full cost for that device, I told everybody, I said, you need to trade it in. Just get the newest one. You get all the latest perks or whatever this comes with. But if you paid a lot for your device and that trade-in just wasn't for you, that's just how it is. So this year's trade-in game took all of us up by surprise. So a lot of people said, okay, wait, they raised it $200 and then they give you an extra $200. Okay, so they balanced it out. I don't have a problem with that. What's a big deal about that? Yeah. And this is not the same device. People keep posting on my videos, in my Flossie Carter voice, congratulations, you bought the same device. You guys gotta get a life, man. I mean, you all know I rock with flaws, but come on, man. Start thinking for yourself. Start thinking for yourself. You've got to think for yourself. This clearly is not the same device because it's been changed and tweaked a little bit. It definitely feels better and looks better than the Z Fold 5 on its worst day. However, the concept definitely is. I even said it too, you got to go do what you think is right with your paper that you're bringing in. This is a better feeling folding device from Samsung. The software on the device obviously is the same, but the software was the same on the previous generation and the previous generation. So, this it's catchy. I get it. Floss, he always has something smooth to say, so I appreciate Floss keeping the game rolling like that. But yeah, this isn't the same device. It's a different device, and it's a more premium device. It feels better. But I think some people out there who can't get the device or get that good deal, or they don't feel like it's a good deal, I get it. Keep it pushing. Don't get it. Me, I upgraded to it because I felt like this was a very nice upgrade in comparison to the 5. This looks better, feels better, everything's better about it. But now, the S Pen not being able to get used on the outside of the screen, trash. They shouldn't have done that. They shouldn't have done that. They should have had this available to use on the outside of the display. They still got this same software set up. Everything's all the same or whatever, but you can't use any of this stuff, with the S Pen. This is more than enough real estate, like I said, to use with the S Pen. Now, that's just one thing that I found that I thought was pretty weird that they still haven't done yet. Now, let's talk about how I feel about the design. They brought out some different colors. And folks, no one can tell you that these colors are not better. Well, you can, because this is all subjective. Straight up. You can think what you want to think. But I personally feel like this is a better color selection than the previous year. That gray looking one that people are getting, that thing is fire. I think JoJo has it, and a few other people have it. It is nice. The white, that is so nice. But this color right here, to me, is the top choice. It's the top choice this year. That's just my opinion. If you didn't get this color, you got a fire color. But this one right here, man, with this like carbon fiber look, this thing is crazy. It looks so good in person. So yeah, the design of this thing, they did it right. They made it. I've already compared this to the Fold 5. It's shorter and wider by just a hair. I mean, it is just a little bit wider and a little bit shorter. And I think they did a good job by doing so because they made it more boxy and they basically took away the roundness on all the corners and made it work. So the design of this, A+. A+. Color choices, A+ Samsung. Folding mechanism, screen, A+. This is all good stuff. Really like it. The features and options are all the same as the previous generation. And any Samsung phone now has the same software. So it's nothing spectacular about this. This is the same software that you get on all the devices, man. It's the same thing. Same software. So you're not getting anything fancy with this software, but what you are getting is the same great Samsung experience. I mean, the same experience that you get on every Samsung phone. And I'm not going to pull out all of my Samsung phones, but I'm ready for Samsung to take their folding phones to this level. Like, why doesn't the Fold 5 have this camera module set up? Why not? It's cost way more, like almost 2 times as much. Why not give these cameras should be over here and these cameras should be over here, technically, I feel. This is too good of a device, and this is a phenomenal device. The S24 Ultra is a beast of a device. Why can't we have these cameras on their most expensive phone? Now, with that being said, these cameras are crazy. They're really good. Let me show you some photos I did recently. Check this out. I was at Corvette Invasion. Your man won. I won. I tore it down. I represent it. So I stood, Corvette Invasion is actually across the street over here. I just stood and took some photos. It's right there. I took some photos at like this not abandoned, but it's like an old style place. This thing was dope, man. These cameras did their thing. I think the quality on them, I'll zoom in. Look at that, man. Goes grainy at about right there. About full zoom, it's a little grainy, but still, man, this thing is nice. Look how clear that is. I think it focused more on this rear side than the front side. What you know about that E-ray? Better do your research. But yeah, these cameras, man, I mean, they come with it. They are fire. Great cameras. I got video that I'm going to produce with these cameras. I'm going to go in depth with these cameras pretty soon here. And I think you guys are probably going to enjoy what you see. Here's a snippet of just the front camera right here. This is good, man. Look at the detail. The portrait is looking good. Like my ears aren't all warped and like it literally get a good line around my head. Everything. Look at that. That's tight right there. I even did one of these. I love these black and white style photos right here. Look at the shadow right there from my face. How the sun shifted. Look how it is on here. I moved a little bit, obviously, but look at how good this is. These cameras are fire, man. I think I'm gonna go ahead and change this to my new profile pic. But I just was messing around with it, and look at how good these cameras are. The Fold 5 had good cameras, man. The Fold 5 had some great cameras. Look at this. I'm going to be going in depth with these cameras because they, in fact, are really good. Period. No ifs, ands, or buts. It may not have the Ultra's cameras, but the fact of the matter is, what Samsung phone do I have? And I've got several down here next to me. What Samsung phone do I have? Get this joint here. Oh man, I forgot about this one too. Oh shoot, yo son, I totally forgot. Look, here's my Z. Oh my gosh, that's a shame. And my brand new 24 Plus. I totally forgot about it, man. But yeah, what Samsung phones do I have that have bad cameras? None, son. All of these phones have phenomenal cameras. Period. I don't have a Samsung phone with a bad camera. My other Samsung phones are probably in another room. I ain't gonna keep reaching down there, but nonetheless, you know what I'm saying. I didn't expect these to have poor cameras. Yeah, I think these cameras on the Ultra should be over here because it just costs. This is a more expensive device. So why wouldn't you give the more expensive device the best cameras you could do? You know, don't give me this nonsense about I can't fit them in there. I can't. Nah, you can fit them in there. These camera modules are all just as big as these right here. And then you put the little extra two little joints. You could do it. You don't want to. You don't want to for whatever reason. I'm not buying it. You could do it. You don't want to do it. For whatever reason, Samsung, you need to step that up. We can't use the S Pen on the front screen, and you're not giving us the top of the line cameras, so to speak, on your most premium and most expensive device. Now, that aside, like I said, all these have the same software. They're all beautiful. They all run smooth. The performance on all of these is pretty much genuinely good. None of these have poor performance. And they better not for the pricing that it costs. You know what I mean? Now, let's talk about battery. This isn't done learning about, my battery style. It needs about 5 to 7 days for it to truly get going, to really learn my behaviors of how I'm using this phone. However, the battery life is good. Oh yeah. Oh man, it comes with it. The battery life is really, oh my gosh. Oof. That's clean. The battery life is off the charts on this phone, man. They didn't give it a bigger battery. And look at this, folks. If you know cars, man, you best, come on. The battery life in this thing should have been 5,000 milliamps. I'm not giving them a pass on that. I'm not giving them oh my gosh. Yo. Whew. I saw one of those earlier today at a car show I was at the recording of this video. Killing it. The battery life should have been 5,000 milliamps, no ifs, ands, or buts. They are wrong for not giving us 5,000 milliamps. They could do it. It's only 600 more milliamps, and we got 5,000. For the price, it needs to be 5,000. For the price, we need to have S Pen access through the entire device. For the price, we need to have better cameras than the S24 Ultra. Yeah, it's a must. It's not right. Those three things should really have been in here, man. A 5,000 milliamp hour battery, being able to use this S Pen on the front of the display, that should have been there. And give us the right camera setup, man. Don't do us like this. Don't do us like this, putting these cameras in there, these same cameras, and give the Ultra, because see, this is their moneymaker right here. The S line, which is the Note line, basically, is the moneymaker. They sell a gang of these. But now that people finance their phones or whatever, it doesn't matter. Anybody could get a phone now. So you're on a carrier or whatever, and you're stuck with that carrier, but you get the same thing we get, and we're paying for it outright. I bought it outright. I traded my Fold 5, paid the difference, $670 outright. I think this is a nice upgrade from my Fold 5. I get a terabyte of storage. I get the much better design. Looks better, performs the same. Cameras is phenomenal, just as good as the 5. I still think that there's a bunch of people out there, though, who can't do a trade-in, don't have a trade-in, don't want to do a trade, for whatever reason, can't get it for this lower price. Because let's be clear here, I definitely would not have traded my Fold 5, and I would not have bought this if it wasn't for the trade-in values. I made a video and I told you that's the only reason I got it. It just made sense. Shout out to my man Sean P. He said it on Eric's live stream. It just makes sense. It was a no-brainer. It was a no-brainer. If you had a Fold 5, you can listen to all the people saying, "Oh, you shouldn't have did that. You shouldn't have did that. I don't want to come out of pocket no more." If you're into tech and you're a tech enthusiast and you love Samsung products, you're going to do this trade-in because you understand, like what the young people say, I understood the assignment. Ain't that what they say? There's no way I was going to hold on to this Fold 5 and they gave me $1,450 for it. Come on, son. It's not happening. I don't. This phone could be, even though it's not the same as the Fold 5. If it was, and they just changed the color or something like that, that's different. Or if they did it, this was just too good of a deal for me to let go. And I made a video letting you guys know I would do it, man. You know what I'm saying? You always ask me my opinion. Well, I gave you my opinion before this phone launched. Man, you better jump on that, son. But with that comes things like this. Now, I'm going to get out of here, but I said what I had to say. I don't have anything else like bad to say about this device per se. I just think that I should be able to use my S Pen on this front display bars. It needs to be a 5,000 milliamp hour battery, and these cameras need to hurry up and make it over here, son. There's just no reason that this phone does not have these cameras. Facts. You disagree that this phone shouldn't have it? It is good with these. I want to talk to you in the comments. You don't love Samsung like that. You don't know nothing about Samsung. If you don't think that these cameras should be over here, man. Now, I'm about to get out of here, and I'm going to tell you, aside from all of that, I love this device. Love it. And I'm going to go ahead and give you a sneak peek of what's to come. Ooh. Because this video is probably coming out before I launch this thing. Oh my gosh, do you see this? What? This is that new Benks with the new hinge. If you know, you know. Ooh, it's your man Jay. Hope you guys enjoyed. Shout out to all the people out there that got that wonderful deal on this device. I hope you're enjoying your device. Don't agree with me just because I'm doing these creations and videos and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You think for yourself. If you feel like you shouldn't have done it or you regret doing it or you want to return it, knock yourself out. I'm not going back to the Fold 5. This is the better feeling, more premium device. I got a terabyte. The battery is crazy good. It lasts all day and into the next day, to my surprise. And I typically have it open like this a lot. This is the way I'm using it. I got real big hands, so I'm using it like this. It's a fold. I'm folding it open, son. You know it. It's your man Jay. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I see you in the next video. I can't wait to show you this. Well, you see it now, but I got something else besides this too. I'll see you guys in the next video. Fold 5. If you have the Fold 5 and you move to the Fold 6, you traded it in, hashtag Fold 6 in the comments. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.